ULTRAKILL is a game. It's a game about guns, shooting demons, shooting other robots, shooting more demons, bullying Gabriel, and so on. Today we're gonna do none of that, except bullying Gabriel. Can you beat ULTRAKILL with only your fists? The rules are quite simple. At no point may we fire a gun, even out of combat. The only manners we can deal damage are with every arm, parrying, and the ground slams. If we somehow accidentally fire a gun, that is a reset from the start of the stage. However, I've rebound my keys, so that will not happen. This is being done from a pseudo-fresh start standpoint. We can only use things as we unlock them normally, so we have to beat 1-4 to use Knuckle Boom and 4-4 to use Whiplash. Till then, we can only use the Feedbacker. This is being done on Violent because I'm insane, and we're also doing every encounter to make it more interesting. With the rules set, let's get started. This video will cover the prelude of the game, which contains every stage from 0-1 to 0-5. It should be noted that I am not good at this game, so don't expect spectacular performance, although I have recently test trialed this run and called it quits at Leviathan. There will be a lot of difficult points, but most of them are 100% possible. Enough stalling. Let's begin. Prelude first, into the fire. The run begins on the first stage, as all runs do, and oh look, we have to pick up the revolver. Well, we should be fine as we don't fire it, yeah? Speaking of picking up this gun, spawns the first wave of the first enemy in the game, Filth. Filth are your everyday average swarming enemies. They appear in droves and attack really fast. They aren't too hard to deal with, thankfully. Their one and only melee attack can be parried with decent timing, but you probably won't have to because you'll be ground slamming them into a pulp. Easy enemy becomes easier as the game progresses. After a few easy rooms, we come across our worst enemy in this stage. Glass. We cannot break glass until we have the Knuckle Boom, which is unlocked after 1-4. If you couldn't already tell, we're in 0-1. Unfortunately, this is a mandatory piercer charge shot, bringing our shot count to 1. Up next is a couple more easy rooms of filth that can both be cheesed with ground slams. After that is our next new enemy type, Strays. Strays are your basic projectile enemy. They try to keep your distance and fire hell energy directly at you when they can. It's quite weak and can be killed in 2 punches, and its projectile can be parried for an explosion, which will be important later. You don't need to worry about these guys that much. After this room is another tragedy, more glass. That's right, this path is blocked until we break the glass, which is another piercer charge shot, which raises our shot count to 2. The rest of the stage is more of the same, except of the final room, which contains the first instance of a Malicious Face. The Malicious Face is a pretty basic demon enemy, tanky, slow, and powerful. They are weak to the nail gun, which we can't use on this challenge anyways, but more importantly, we can parry all of its attacks. We can do a simple 1-2-3 combo to take it out. First, parry one of its hell energies, then do that again. Now that's enraged, you can parry its laser by simply punching it just before it fires. That should be an easy kill. Malicious Faces appear more often later in the game, so you might be thinking, hey, this is an easy enough enemy to kill. It's not. Later in the game, you'll have to deal with upwards of 3 of these guys at once, so, like, good luck on that. And with that, 0-1 is finished with 2 mandatory shots. A shame the challenge had to fail this early, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Prelude second, the Meat Grinder. This stage is actually quite easy. Nothing new is introduced besides Swords Machine, who is optional in this stage, as well as Crushers, which help us more than hurt us. An easy clear, not unrealistic to score a P rank here either. Honestly, I probably could have gotten a P rank there. That's really funny. Prelude third, Double Down. This stage is straight up impossible without using the core eject shotgun twice if you take the normal path, and so we're going to cheat a little with our all encounters rule and do the skip to fight both phases of Swords Machine. You might be thinking that we can't get up to the area we need in order to reach the end room, but you can actually get a little outside help this time. Clear out the room you started, and if all enemies except one stray, they'll get in the way. Then perform a precise parry on the stray's hell energy shot into the glass ceiling above. If successful, kill the stray and slam storage jump up to the top of the stage. Now you have to deal with Swords Machine. Swords Machine is an interesting character. The entire fight is very fast paced. You can't miss a beat at all, you'll get cut into pieces. The strategy to beat Swords Machine is simple. In phase 1, parry one of its attacks and get some free hits on it, then go on the evasive until it drops in rage, which causes it to not get stunned after a parry. You can even get some ground slams and for some extra damage. Rinse and repeat this until he enters his second phase, which by the way forces the shotgun into your hand, so don't fire it. where the strategy will change a little. You'll mostly want to do the same thing as before, except you want to parry his sword throw as much as possible since it does big damage on return. You can bait it out by keeping your distance from after which you will try to predict your movement with the sword throw. If you're lucky, it'll go straight for your face where you can parry it. Here is the full, no commentary fight. Prelude 4th, a one-machine army. This stage is also uninteresting, so I'm going to use it as an excuse to cover schisms, since we missed it last stage. Schisms are tankier strays that shoot more bullets. They take exactly 5 feedbacker punches to kill, and they typically appear in groups. They can easily flood rooms of hell energy, all of which can, of course, be carried a non-threat most of the time. Prelude Climax, Cerberus. But would you look at that, it's the end of the Prelude. This stage only contains one encounter, that being the double Cerberus fight. It's easier than one would think at first glance though. The Cerberus is slow but tanky. It has a melee charge, which is its most dangerous attack. It also has a parryable range attack that is wildly inconsistent, and I highly advise not going for it unless you're an actual god at this game. And a stomp that creates a shockwave, which is obviously not parryable. You'll just want to punch it a lot. In this encounter, the second Cerberus spawns when the first is at half health. Another good thing to note about these walking statues is that they enrage if a fellow Cerberus dies, so keep your guard up. Here's the full uncommentated double Cerberus fight. that's the prelude. I cannot thank you enough for watching through this full video unless you just skipped to the end. This is my first scripted video and I hope it was of high quality. I'll make a second part covering all of Act 1 if this gets well received, and I might just do it of my own volition anyways. Remember to like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed my content, and about that bell, don't worry about it. I don't want to clear your notifs, and it's not like I'll be uploading much anyways. Oh, and download World War Dave. This is no longer an option. Link is in the description. Have a nice day.